very happy to have everybody here today to the LDV Vision Summit. There's a lot of friends, a lot of new people who were going to hopefully become friends. And so what's fantastic is that there's phenomenal people here from actually all over the world. We've got folks that are from Italy, from Bulgaria, from Sweden, I think Germany as well, and San Francisco and New York. I'm Evan Nisselson of LDV Capital. That's the Twitter handle for me. And we would love all of you to take as many pictures and tweet and video as possible. Obviously, it's a Vision Summit, so that would be ideal. So digital photography and video technologies are revolutionizing human communication and business and disrupting others. And obviously, everybody here is interested in that. Fortunately, we have about 300 people that have registered to come and hear the phenomenal speakers that we have. The people of the ecosystem, what we tried to do here at this summit is bring together the whole ecosystem, which frequently does not happen at other events in my mind that I've seen, which is the technology executives, the computer vision experts, startups, investors, and also media and brand executives. And the idea, hopefully, is to learn, to empower, to do deals, to have fun, to disrupt others and be disrupted, or avoid being disrupted. In today's program, you can see it's a long program. We've got fantastic people from around the world. And the vision is that it's from capture to smile. So in order to really understand the ecosystem that we're in, whether or not we're creating content, monetizing content, publishing content, it's really capture to smile and revenue. I couldn't have done this alone, and I didn't do it alone. Very happy that there's many other people that partnered to build this first LDV Vision Summit. So Cakeworks, Rebecca and Kara, that's out in the audience, helped out a lot. Cornell Tech, Surge, and NYU. It's also a unique event that brings together not only the tech industry, but the universities and the computer vision experts and the students. I think there's many students here. And we gave special deals for them because they should be involved because they're going to be the next entrepreneurs that are building businesses that are selling to the companies or being bought by the companies. Fantastic sponsors. AWS, we're giving out awards to startup competitors. They're going to get $1,000 in free credits. We've got Fastly, New York City Media Lab, Olapic, Oric, Pier 1 Hosting, Photos by Getty, Shutterfly, Silicon Valley Bank, and also our media partners, Captor, ProPhoto Daily, and Uber Gizmo. So let me bring it together and kind of give a high-level perspective. My passion is visual communicating. I started as a photographer when I was 13 years old. Got my first Nikon F. And I've been a professional photographer for 24 years, and then an entrepreneur in Silicon Valley, New York, and Europe for about 20 years. The interesting thing, in the early days, I was a photo editor, a photo publisher, a photo buyer, and one of the first 4 photo editors on the internet. When everybody said back in '95, what was the internet? And my camera bag back then was a Nikon F, and an FM, and a Rolleiflex. You'll see how quickly things change. We built a first broadband photo community in Silicon Valley in '97. I wrote an article that everybody thought I was absolutely crazy in 2003 that said camera phones would replace point-and-shoot cameras. And then we built Digital Railroad, which was a platform to help professional photographers and agencies try to empower them to manage market and seller images and disrupt others. Some of the successes went huge, others failed miserably, and I learned from the mistakes and learned from the successes. Recently started a $1 million fund to invest in imaging and video technologies and SaaS, so that's one of the reasons why I decided with partners to put this thing together, and also mentor with other accelerators. Quickly on to, we're experiencing an explosion of images and video. But the perspective is just the beginning. You know, first inning if you watch baseball, or just the beginning, we're just starting to learn how to walk. Which photos are important? People ask me all the time. And I've got a camera here that takes 3,000 photos a day. And they say, why do you need all those? Well, if it takes one more picture, then I have a better understanding of my life, my memory. Do we need more photos? I think absolutely yes. Okay? So my favorite photographer is Robert Frank. He says, there is one thing the photograph must contain, the humanity of the moment. Let's look at a bunch of pictures, like why we're in this business. What is visual communication? That's Robert Frank. Cartier-Bresson, Sylvia Plath. These are decisive moments that people have captured that mean something, that is a unique moment. Robert Doisneau. But then let's go to the other side. Orson Welles says, a film is never really good unless the camera is an eye in the head of a poet. So we're talking about creativity here, which is the end goal. Technology is just a means to the goal. Classic movie, Citizen Kane. Wizard of Oz, Judy Garland. Classic Godfather, of course I had to add that, those that know me. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Classic moments that we all remember and then probably chuckle or think about as we're seeing there. Julia Roberts. But then that's other people's lives. What about our lives? What's important to us? So I started with a Nikon F, as I mentioned. These are my photographs. So it's about how we capture pictures and video, and who and when do we share them to. Nikon F. Another Nikon F. But what starts changing, and also my father's out in the audience, so he's either loving this or hating that. And then I started shooting with a P800, Sony Ericsson. I got rid of all my hardware, all my analog cameras, except for weddings once in a while. Once again, the Nokia N95. So you see a transition from 2003. I started shooting only with my camera phone. Obviously, that's Pedro Meyer shooting a crazy shot of me, etc. So my life is now capturing. I'm sure all of you take photographs every single day of people photographing me. And this is actually Dan, who's our professional photographer here in the audience, who captured me at another event with a narrative clip on my shirt, taking a picture of him. Here's a photo from my narrative clip. So now this is getting scary. National Security Agency is harvesting huge numbers of images of people that intercepts through global surveillance. We're talking about this. So now not only the good, the storytelling, but what about our lives? This is a reality. You know, that might be too many images, obviously. But security, eventually, what if I could take one of those pictures that was of me passing and add it to my photo album one day? It could be a smile. Drone photography. The negatives. This woman, a woman, was searching for a house on Google Maps in Russia and found her husband with another woman arm in arm, of which wasn't her. You know, that could be a problem with all these images everywhere, and they obviously got divorced after that. And I can't wait for my Retina cam. I just took a picture of you. And that's coming soon as well. Google and a bunch of other companies are working on that. It's scary, but at the end of the day, people are now sharing more photographs. We used to just put them in the digital shoebox, or not the digital shoebox, the box underneath the bed. This is a great photographer, a mom who started taking pictures of her kid and her dog and has 500,000 followers. When you used to take the 4x6 pictures, you would look at them once and put them away. Now we can share exponentially. Isn't that why we make pictures? Phenomenal images. It's a mom that did this story. Or in the next one, we got Nash Greer, who's got 8 million followers on Vine. Okay, it's not just about pictures for ourselves, it's pictures for communicating. PewDiePie has, 29 million followers on his channel in YouTube. Classic Historic Photo has 5 million likes. So think about all of us, and when we post images, those that do, there's this voyeuristic ego and vanity. We do it for ourselves, but we also do it to communicate. The historic selfie, okay, that Samsung sponsored. Not everybody knows that, but Samsung paid for them to do that. Had then millions of retweets. Mary Meeker recently did her annual report, and let's just reiterate something that's already obvious, but in numbers, the exponential growth of content and images from Flickr and Snapchat, 1.8 billion images uploaded and shared per day. And if you think about it, if this is just the beginning, there'll be 10 to 20 to 30 billion every day in years to come, whether or not they're automatically or not. Here's the digital universe of video watching and social media. But what's most important today on these 3 slides, the reason why a major part of our day is about machine vision and understanding artificial intelligence is that if you look in the middle, only 7% of all that content is tagged. Only 1% is analyzed. So we believe with Serge and the others who put this event together that this is just the beginning of leveraging machine vision and artificial intelligence to organize, filter, monetize, and distribute images. Less than 1% are any good. Why are images and video valuable? Just because I mentioned earlier, I think it's because of our memories. Most of us remember childhood activities because there was a photo they saw. They don't actually remember the process. It's a visual image, would be my argument. Endless opportunities, but the problem is contextual relevance. How do we know which images are good? How do we know which images to distribute? And the solution is creativity, computer vision, and automatic filtering. Almost finished. The camera phones and wearable cameras will replace 99% of all DSLRs and video cameras in my mind in the next 5 years. Okay? That's going to exponentially grow. So compared to earlier, now my camera bag is my camera phone, which is my main camera, contour head cam, narrative clip, which I'm wearing and also an investor, and Cameo Cam, which is a security company that we've invested in. How will visual communications empower and disrupt? I want to learn from all of you because I do not have all the answers. I've got some perception, some thoughts, and it's all about the LDV Vision Summit. And most important, one of my photography essays, love the living of life. If you don't live every single second of every day, as I talked to somebody earlier who just lost their relative, then tomorrow never comes. So in all this visual communication technology and working together, I think this is the most important thing. Now on to others that are smarter than me. There's the Twitter handle, there's the hashtag. Enjoy the summit. Thank you very much for coming.